All right, we're all set.
Okay, good evening. I'd like to call to order the October 27th meeting of the Common Council. If you will please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our countries. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag of the United States
of
of America,
and to the
to the
republic
republic
for which it
for which
stands, one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God, indivisible, liberty, and justice for all. Thank you. Clerk, if you'll please read the announcement and call the roll.
This meeting is being recorded for rebroadcast. We ask everyone to speak clearly one at a time. Please state your name when called upon by the presiding chair. Members of the public can access this meeting by telephone, Zoom, and/or the City of Norwalk YouTube channel. There's a link with specific instructions. Thank you. Mr. Burnett,
Present.
Ms. Johnson,
Present.
Mr. Langella,
Present.
Mr. Sacchinelli,
Present.
Ms. Smith,
Here.
Mr. Hubelman,
Present.
Mr. Roberts,
Present.
Ms. Ravulis,
Present.
Ms. Young,
Here.
Mr. Kides,
Here.
Mr. Theodorides,
Here.
Mr. Keegan.
Here.
Mr. Sirenides,
Here.
Mr. Livingston,
Here.
Ms. Shanahan. Here. 15 present. Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. First item on the agenda is the acceptance of the minutes of the regular meeting of October 13th, 2020. Do I have a motion? Motion made by Mr. Sirenides. Any corrections, deletions, omissions? Seeing none, all in favor of the minutes as submitted? Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Public participation, Mr. Manzi, do we have anybody wishing to address the council?
No, we do not, Mayor.
Ms. King, do we have anybody who has submitted testimony?
No, Mayor, we do not.
Does any council person have any mail that has been requested to be read into the minutes? Okay, seeing none, we'll move forward with the resignations and appointments. We have no resignations or appointments for this evening. Under my comments, relatively short tonight, we know that we've seen a significant increase in the cases of coronavirus over the past couple of days. Norwalk is now in the red zone. Today, for the first time in quite some time, our daily briefing will report 2 new deaths. And our condolences go out to the families who have lost loved ones, not only this today, but over the whole period of this pandemic. This is a very serious situation. As you know, we have opted to remain in phase 3 rather than roll back to phase 2 for the moment. But I'm seriously considering what will happen over the next couple of days, and we may very well have to roll back to phase 2 in order to try to mitigate the spread of this virus. The other thing is, I know that people have been asking about the RFP for the task force for the Norwalk Equity and Justice Now for All. As I mentioned last night at the DTC, we did send out an RFP quite some time ago. We only received 2 responses out of the 25 inquiries that we had. And those 2 responses, we felt that the applicants did not meet the needs of what we're looking to accomplish. So we are sending it out. We have sent it out again, hopefully for a quick turnaround time. Unfortunately, the people that did not submit. We're looking to find out how much money we had put aside for this program. And I found in the past that when we do that, people usually come in about 50 cents under the total amount. And they use that as a guideline rather than telling us what they can do for us and what their charges would be. So hopefully we will get more responses when we get the turnaround of the latest RFP. That is all I have. So Ms. Smith, the council president, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mayor. I have no comments tonight. We'll just move right to the consent calendar. And tonight, Mr. Langella will read that for us.
Thank you, President Smith. Item 6A. This item has been tabled. Item 7A1, Recreation, Parks, and Cultural Affairs Committee. Authorize the purchasing director to issue a purchase order to Tiger Corporation for the purchase of one tractor with side mount rotary mower for a sum not to exceed $119,932. Account numbers noted. Item 7A-B 1A. Authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to execute any and all documents necessary to apply for and accept grant funds for the 2021 CT Department of Transportation Click It or Ticket Grant in the amount of $10,000. Item 7A 1B. I'm sorry, item 7B 1B. Authorize the police chief, Thomas E. Kulhawick, to execute any and all agreements, documents, instruments, and amendments thereto as may be necessary to implement all programs through the 2021 CT Department of Transportation Click It or Ticket Grant pursuant to such grant funding. Item 7B 2A. Authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to execute any and all documents necessary to enter into a field trial agreement with Axon. Item 7B 2B. Authorize the police chief, Thomas Kulhawick, to execute any and all agreements, documents, instruments, and amendments thereto as may be necessary to implement the Axon Field Trial Program. Item 7C1, approval of and vote on the collective bargaining agreement settlement. That is the consent calendar.
Sorry about that. I thought I had my mic on. Just wanted to note that that last item was an executive session item that is on consent under community services and personnel. And I will take a roll call vote on the consent calendar as read. Yeah, Mr. Livingston.
Yes, I believe we have to read 6A1 to table. I mean, isn't a motion to table?
Okay, Mr. Langella, you want to go ahead and take care of that under Corporation Council, read the entire
Motion to table that item.
Yep. Okay. Item 6A1, discussion regarding pending litigation titled City of Norwalk and City of Norwalk Redevelopment Agency versus ILSR Owners LLC and Wall Street Opportunity Fund LLC, docket number FST CV 18-603 8249-S, which is currently pending in the Stamford Norwalk Judicial District at Stamford. And there's a motion to table.
Okay. Consent to table, if I
Consent
recall.
to table.
Okay, so we are consenting to table item 7A1 and the rest of the consent calendar as read. And now I'll take that vote. Mr. Burnett?
Aye.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Langella?
Yes.
Mr. Sacchinelli?
Aye.
Mr. Hoogelman?
Aye.
Mr. Roberts?
Aye.
Ms. Revolus?
Yes.
Ms. Young?
Yes.
Mr. Kites?
Yes.
Mr. Theodorides?
Yes.
Mr. Keegan?
Yes.
Mr. Sirenides?
Yes.
Mr. Livingston?
Yes.
And Ms. Shanahan? Okay, the consent calendar, and myself, yes, as well. And so the consent calendar passes unanimously. Back to you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. I was going to ask if you were going to vote, but you caught it. And the council must also recognize the fact that my Dodgers are about to win the World Series this evening, albeit a shortened year. So I don't see any other business coming before the council. I'll accept a motion. From Ms. Shanahan, motion to adjourn. All in favor by a show of hands. All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Meeting is adjourned at 7:41. I'm not sure, but this may be a new Norwalk record.
I think it is.
Thank you all and enjoy the rest of your evening. Go Dodgers.
Good night, everyone.
Okay, good
Happy
night.
Halloween.